Hey everyone, Callum from Callum Prints here, and welcome to my Cura custom supports tutorial. Using custom supports with Cura is actually very simple and very convenient to use because of the plugins that other people have made for Cura on the internet. You can add extra support to the pre-generated support that Cura can make you. You can add your own support and disregard Cura's love for you. You can add your own support and customize exactly how you want your support to be on your model, or you can just mess with the amount of support that's on your model using these custom supports. That way you have just the right amount for your print and nothing extra that is really difficult to remove. So let's get started. First of all, if you haven't downloaded Cura yet, I'll leave a link in the description to download it, but if you haven't done that yet, it's at the download website. Like I said, there's a link, but you probably should already have this downloaded if you haven't already done so, because it seems like you would already know what Cura is and have used it if you want the custom supports. Either way, you need it downloaded to work with the custom supports, obviously. Next is something you may not have done even if you have Ultimaker Cura. I didn't initially make an Ultimaker account, but that is something you have to have in order to use custom supports. So let's make an Ultimaker Cura account very quickly here. All you have to do is to go to the Ultimaker page. It doesn't matter which page you're on, and go to the top right. In the top right, it'll allow you to create an account or sign in. If you've already made one, of course, just sign in, but if you haven't, you can make an account really easily just using an email and set all that up, and we'll be ready to go. Next, in Cura, you're going to want to go to the top right and log into your Cura account on the downloaded software that you use for all of your programs. You just sign in to your previously made account, and then everything will get synced up. But of course, since we haven't actually done anything yet, nothing will be synced. It'll just be signed in. The next step we're going to do is go into Cura and find the custom support plugin. I left the link in the description to this plugin so that way you can download it for yourself very quickly and easily. When you find the plugin, it'll prompt you to download it, and whenever you click download, it'll save it to your account, but it's not actually in Cura yet. We have to go back into Cura for just a second. Now that you're in Cura, it will prompt you to sync your Cura account as you have made modifications to it by downloading the custom supports mod. Whenever it asks if you want to install this, then click yes, so that way you have your custom supports. Now I'm going to switch over to the computer itself and show you all the basic stuff about using the support. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert in the custom support, but it's pretty simple to use, and I'll show you what I have learned. We are now in Ultimaker Cura. I am already signed in on my account. The program's downloaded. Let's open up a file. For this tutorial, I decided to get a model that I knew would have a lot of extra support necessary, such as this Iron Man that needs support on this hand, underneath this crotch area, and especially underneath his arm here. But for example, if I were to just create support everywhere, as you can see, there is just tons of filament everywhere. This would be an extreme pain to get off without actually breaking the model in the first place. So let's go back to prepare, and let's change the support to just be touching the build plate. And oh no, good heavens, there is not nearly enough support. There is nothing under this arm, there's nothing in this crotch area, there's nothing on his hand. This print would fail for sure. So that's where custom supports come in handy. What I like to do, especially with custom supports, is have touching build plate on. It'll put support in places that are touching the build plate where it is completely necessary for support to be, and I think that is really, really helpful. The issue is with models like these, and a lot of models, you'll see that they have this little ring or this little plate at the bottom, and that plate, well, while is useful for helping the model stand up after it's done, blocks off a lot of the touching build plate stuff because, well, it can't touch the build plate through the plate that's being printed. So as you can see in the preview, a lot of support's just not made. So this is how you use custom support. First of all, you can choose to use a cube, you can choose to use a cylinder. I like to use cube most of the time, it's just the default. There's also a couple other settings. You can change the size of the base, you can change the size of the support itself, and you can also change it so that it doesn't drop to the build plate, or you have a wider base. I'd like to just keep all these settings on and at what they are. Although the only thing I might change would be a wider base, because sometimes when I'm printing, my support will fall off and not do so good. So just a second ago, we saw that a bunch of the support was given here on like the outside of the arm that's touching the build plate. But all the stuff that is above this little circular area did not get support. So back here, we need some support. So all you do is click, and boom, it creates some support for you. Of course, you can make this support a little bit bigger, so let's make this 10 millimeters instead. See how much bigger it is. See, it's a little bigger, and that's nice. We can just add it along the arm like that. Of course, you can adjust the size, you can adjust the size of the base, and you can add it literally wherever you want. So you could click here, and it would just put a support there. I would never do that because that's completely useless, but you can do it if you want. You could just litter this thing with support. So now that I've added some support to the arm where it wasn't before, I might reslice it, and then there would be more support everywhere. Although, if I am being honest, we still don't have enough. We're going to need some there and there, underneath this crotch area, and a few other places. But that's the basics of how to use it. And one more thing I want to mention is that you can donate to the plugin developer. I think that is a really nice thing to do if you have the money and if you like to help out the people who create such awesome plugins for software like Ultimaker, Cura. And that's pretty much how you use it. It's extremely helpful, and I would extremely recommend at least testing it out and trying to use it if you want to have some better supports. And that is the whole tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was extremely helpful because custom supports are so useful, and I'm so happy that someone made a plugin for them on Cura. If you'd like to subscribe, I release new videos every single week, including tutorials like this, cool 3D prints I found, along with some stuff that I like to do, such as Callum prints the news, where I go over some interesting 3D printing stuff that I found recently. But that's the whole video. If you'd like to subscribe, like I said, go ahead. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Callum from Callum Prints, and I will see you guys in the next video.